Hi all and welcome to the second episode of the Blueprint Show. A show where we find out what we're doing, not what they're doing. This is the Truth, Honour and Integrity Show. My name's Thomas Williams. Enjoy the show. Right. Welcome to the second episode of our new Blueprint Show. A show that highlights what we at THI are doing in our endeavours to change the world, one person at a time. Our main show, Truth, Honour and Integrity, ran every other Thursday, highlights what the world and the system is doing to us. This show is about what we are doing. Now we're going to open each show now because we're getting a lot of new members and there's a lot of links, new links being set up, and so I thought it would be best to read them all out. Well, the main show is thi-show.com, and the links to all the previous shows is thi-show.com/archive. The links to the bookstore, we have 3 or 4 books now, 5 I think. 2 are free and 3 are for purchase and 1 is for the download. So the bookstore is thi-show.com/bookstore/. The link to the Blueprint website, the new Blueprint for Humanity.org, all one word. The links to the communal gatherings, thinkdifferent.thepeoplesclub.org. The links to our 501c3 charity, thepeoplesclub.org. Our TikTok address at thi_show_com. The Telegram address t.me/thi_show. The Twitter link #New Blueprint for Humanity, and the landing page is linktr.ee/thi_show_com. Now the download for the PDF of the blueprint is the new blueprint for humanity.org/WP/content/v111-en.pdf. Now you can buy the book also on Lulu at lulu.com/shop/Thomas-Williams/ the new Blueprint for Humanity paperback. Now the MeWe Blueprint group is MeWe.com/group/61 EDA 9BF 71 F 9F 304 68 57 EFDF, all lowercase. Now the MeWe THI group is MeWe.com/group/58D 3F 3A 7E 61A 402A 1BA 7D 013. And the MeWe All Women's Group family is MeWe.com/group/61F 1935 ABA 36 BE 4694 B21 8E8. Now we are attracting many people to our group now from many diverse backgrounds and countries, and here is an example of it. And this is all about becoming part of the lotus of life and all combining together to create a better world. And so I'm pleased to be able to read this out on behalf of one of our members and something that they are doing back in their country. My community profile and introduction. Fundong is a rural community in the Cameroon and its headquarters of the Boyo division of the Northwest region with over 5,000 inhabitants. And due to very low levels of employment in the country, this population depends solely on subsistence agriculture. And this culture has been ongoing for many generations until 2016, when a socio-political crisis started in the country, which resulted in massive killings, destruction of property and displacement of the population and families. Now the population now lives in abject poverty because of the inability to carry on with their usual daily routine, given that ghost towns have been imposed on certain days of the week, and majority of the youthful population, which constituted over 60% of the population, have been displaced for safety. Now ghost towns are where the residents close all the shops and desert the streets and work together to bring community spirit in spite of threats made by the authorities. If only people in New York and California would do that. They also are involved in youth actions, and in order to solve this problem, the young people under the banner of Sustainable Action for the Emancipation of Vulnerable People, which is a youth-led initiative trying to identify problems ranging from health, education, unemployment and sustainability, and then find possible solutions and make an appeal to both the local authorities, the quarter heads or chiefs, and administrative authorities for assistance. And they then mobilise all their subjects for sensitisations, empowerment and rehabilitation, workshops and capacity seminars. Now the outcome after every workshop or capacity building programme, every participant organises a PIO called Pass It On in their various localities to continue to administer the knowledge and skills learned to other young people. Now over 500 young people have been trained in the areas of leadership and local governance and are now aware and can defend their human rights. We've provided palliative care and are still doing so for very vulnerable households, empowering young girls, promotion of gender equality and education on gender-based violence. Future projects, construction of a rehabilitation centre where young people can be empowered through vocational training programs, and where human rights will be taught. All fantastic stuff to see and hear. And notice it is the youth teaching the adults again of how to be, do and act. We will see a lot more of that in the future. An interesting term they use of pass it on. That is their version of pay it forward. So thank you for that, member, for that update. Right, we're going to get into the Blueprint Action Group Report that was done last week. And the books team update. The Divine Masculine and Feminine booklet has been reviewed and updated with corrections and improvements, and in the coming week it will be presented on the website as a free download. The Bulgarian translation of From His Story to Our Story Volume 1 is in the final proofread after formatting by the translator. The German book translation is ongoing, as are the Hebrew, Romanian and German blueprint translations. The French blueprint has been uploaded to storage and is available to be put on the website when the translation section is prepared. One proofreader has forwarded the Spanish translation of the first section of the blueprint, and that has been sent on to the translator. Now, comments or corrections by the second proofreader will be sent once that has been received. The research team has completed reviewing the last 14 months of shows for the names of influencers mentioned in them. Over 500 names, I think it's nearer 800 now, are in the database with at least one form of contact information for all that have an online presence. And we will now be formulating the database for ease of searching and preparing reports by category of country, state, region, territorial province and by the different social media platforms. We will be posting a form on MeWe for members to use when sending the research team information. And we are now finding missing information such as mailing addresses and phone numbers for future hand delivery purposes and building a media contact section. Now, THI members have sent additional name suggestions from their countries in Bulgaria, the Canadian provinces, France and Australia, also Germany I think. And we have also now checked LinkedIn for contact information and Twitter. Now, the dedicated research team email goes to Mama Z regarding the blueprint, and it should be sent to bpresearchteam@gmail.com. I think that's Gmail, or it said mail, so I think it's Gmail. bpresearchteam@gmail.com. Alaskan influencers. One of our members took 4 calls to get a personal call with the Senator Shelley Hughes, and she said she would like to hand deliver a blueprint to the Senator. Now, the Senator said she had 2 books she was reading now, but Colleen could drop off the blueprint. Now, she explained she would like to introduce a woman who was trafficked, but the Senator said it wasn't her area and passed our member off to another Senator. Our member felt there was arrogance and a lack of empathy from the Senator, and that was discouraging. Other international influencers. Bridget has submitted influencers from her area in France. Initial contacts. I have mailed hard copies to Elon Musk, Douglas Rushkoff and Candace Owens. I have also sent the PDF version to Benjamin Fulford, and he has received it. The research spreadsheet was sent to Roger and myself to review, and they will set influencer priorities. Now, I can confirm the 3 books have been sent out. Now, I did message Benjamin Fulford on Skype, and he received the messages, I can confirm, but hasn't responded yet since last Friday. I will push it up again next week, and if he doesn't answer, words will be said in the next Blueprint show. Now, I suspect the 3 books will be arriving at their destinations by the end of this week, and we will see if we get some feedback from it. I have ordered another 10 books for the next delivery stage. More on that later. Media team. I've opened a TikTok channel and are currently putting out some content to gauge what will work best on that platform. And they hope to engage a younger audience from this platform and will work with the youth team to achieve this. Now, so far they have put out 5 videos and each are having, on average, over 200 views a day. The YouTube account is also garnering 300 to 400 views on each video that has been posted so far. And yes, I've opened up my YouTube channel again. And they say we hope to do better with this reach and will continue to assess it as we go. The Twitter THI account has 338 followers and is doing really well, and we are putting out bolder content and adding links to the shows to back up the statements. As most channels that put out content do not have the library of information that THI has amassed to back up the statements. The Twitter Blueprint now has 630 followers and has had a lot more engagement, mainly because of the members retweeting and commenting on the tweets, and this will help us gain traction and also reach a wider audience. And the team want to thank those who have worked hard to help us by sharing tweets and commenting on the threads or simply liking the tweets. The blue tick may also be contributing to this, as it helps our channel to be seen over others. Now, the aim of all these platforms is to funnel back to the MeWe page and engage more people that may want to become involved with working on the blueprint. And while views plays a role in having to play in their world, after some information that I gave them, some rather interesting and thought-provoking messages recently. But what if we are just the seed planters that are in overview setting a frequency around the blueprint that in turn blossoms? And this gave the writer a chance to step back and realise that playing in their world puts us back into the hooks and loops system that was made to put us in the external rather than the internal. Now, the internal holds all that lies within, that is now emerging into the lotus of life we are all capable of being. Seeds need the right environment to grow, but mostly they need love and care. And within THI there are many seed planters that have taken their power back and are willing to be the face of THI, and they have had the courage to reopen their dormant Twitter accounts or Telegram accounts and share those seeds daily, weekly, or just internally, holding space for what is to come. Now, it can take courage to walk again in their world, and we are fighting on many levels to take back. But truth is a frequency. It will go where it is needed with its own internal rudder and take the seed where the right environment is already waiting. And all we need to do is show up and be the creation of the frequency and share it with the full knowledge that in no time we are the change, we are the truth, honour and walk with integrity into a brand new creation that is unstoppable. And they want to say thank you to the seed planters, the ones that are willing to not only say they want change, but are already emerging as the change we also desperately desire. The team have also set up a newcomers Zoom, and the purpose of it is to, one, to meet with and help new THI members feel welcome, answer their questions and introduce them to the THI and communal gathering resources. 2, create the foundations of trust and build new relationships. And 3, help understand what skills and passions new people have and help them get more engaged in support of the new blueprint. Now, the current THI newcomers group members are Roger Isaac, Susan McCann, Michael Blaha and Steve Wilkinson. And they are putting out the call for new members to contact one of the above if interested in joining a Welcome to THI Zoom. Now, initially we will schedule a Zoom meeting to cover EU and US and Aussie time zones, and assuming that the group grows, we can be more flexible and adapt Zoom schedules to better match regional time zones. We're also looking for seasoned THIers to join the team and help us, as with more help from longer term members, we can offer more Zoom flexibility and options for newer members to meet and greet. We are thinking this could set the foundation for how we organise as we get contact and potential volunteers from the blueprint outreach by yourself and also the media team. And we may need to start thinking about how we will organise and structure ourselves so we can direct people to the solutions they are passionate about and create groups to engage and start to collaborate on how to evolve and implement each solution. Mike also noted that there will be a small initial Zoom meeting for newcomers in the past week. The youth website. Now, the youth group is really beginning to come together now and sharing ideas that will eventually become a website oriented towards the youth. The name chosen for the youth group is You Think Different. Youth Inc. Different. And the first big venture is the creation of the website, and there is now a basic template that the web team will take to start on. We would like it to be interactive for the younger members, so they are free to add their ideas and needs for their future, and with a wide library to choose from within THI, there is no shortage of material to pick from and adapt for their interests. Now, the solutions will be a part of the website, and we are currently looking at ways to help them interact with the solutions they feel drawn to and even come up with their own solutions. Now, the idea is to help them feel heard, seen and listened to. And topics such as the consent booklet and the divine, feminine and masculine booklet, and even law topics will all be included in the overall website. And we also welcome any members that want to help with ideas or building a website, and please contact any member of the Blueprint group. The web team. Mamazi has had recent discussions with a video, and he suggested the Blueprint website would be the best avenue for emailing the Blueprint. And a video stated previously that his team would need 2 to 3 weeks for the emails, but they would try to accommodate special issues. Dave reported on the website and said the main advantage of their MailChimp program is that it tracks whether the email was opened or not, and users must be subscribed. The web team will do an announcement with first and last name as a test. Title to be included, so professions such as senator is needed. Think Different, in collaboration with the TPC, the People's Club, are pleased to announce the release of our newest booklet, the Sacred, Divine, Masculine and Feminine, which you can download the PDF free of charge at thinkdifferent.thepeoplesclub.org/We Are Sacred and Divine. And if you like our new booklet and would like to make a donation to the TPC, you can do so at thepeoplesclub.org/help-us using the donate button. This week's news is not technology related. This is still the website team, as you might expect, but instead about people from different countries all over the world, people from different backgrounds and walks of life who simply want to be part of something better, something worthwhile supporting. And the desire to contribute is palpable, and the hands-on results match this desire. On the gardening project, we have 4 people actively creating individual posts from the collection of gardening information available, and based on the progress made in only 3 to 4 days, we conclude the gardening website will be ready much sooner than originally envisioned. We also have 3 people actively working on the THI show's encyclopedia project, which is also progressing nicely. And the various pieces of work carried out, and not just in the web team, and also people's varied skills, all seem to converge together, and we can see this experience. The team building and people learning new skills to be foundational for future tasks and projects that we will undertake. People getting outside of one's comfort zone to learn something new, perhaps something they never thought of doing, is important for personal and professional growth. Now, this time the web team provided tutorial videos and in-depth guidance, and our various contributors have taken it all in their stride, learning every step of the way. And we can see ourselves going one better and realising that next time we can actually teach ourselves, and this is a wonderful realisation and skill, because it doesn't apply just to technology, it also applies to all areas of life. Now, the key ingredients in all of this, of course, is us, each and every one of us, because each and every contribution makes a difference. And last but not least, the web team and the You Think team met to discuss the new youth website. Immediate tasks and next steps were agreed, with one another meeting to follow to kick off development of this initiative. And if any of the above sounds appealing to you, or indeed inspiring, and if you'd like to learn new skills or put existing ones to good use, they're asking you to join them, and just private message a video on MeWe, or indeed post a comment in the main THI chat on MeWe saying you'd like to contribute, and one of our members will see that you are put in touch with the right people, and thank you in advance. The music member content. This will be an ongoing project, though we currently have a member that is working on creating a reggae song. We also have received several musical compositions now being used in our videos. And this is a great asset to the frequency that is representative of the collective consciousness of the group and also the blueprint. And if anyone has any interest in contributing or creating music, or has skills in songwriting, or simply has knowledge that can help this group, please contact any member of the Blueprint team. The Law Group update. The Law Group facilitated the 3.5-hour Zoom on wills and testaments, and this was a deeper dive into the SESWI KB trusts, birth certificates and the enclosure of wills and testaments, forming the mechanisms that create a legally dead fictional person, and how we are tricked into consenting to their claims of ownership and control of the will, mind of the person, in order to steal our wealth and subjugate us. On Sunday, August the 6th, we will be facilitating our next Zoom on the sacrament of baptism and penance, what are courts and how they operate. And this is a dive into the occult nature of the private bar guild system, how they trick us into consenting to be a thing, a property under the custody of the court, how we are tricked into self-confessing and accepting liability by a private contractor masquerading as a judge on the trading floor, courtroom, of a merchant bank whose purpose is to make money by commercialising sin, crime, and creating bonds in order to secure payment of penalties known as corporate securities. Now, the details for the August 6th Zoom are posted on the main Law Group MeWe page. And if you wish to join us, please private message Roger Isaacs to join the Law Group and access all the links. The Law Group has also made significant contributions to the creation of the Blueprint. Bringing the true rule of law to life takes dedication, study and persistence. And as we move forward, we will need to share and teach the principles of the true rule of law as the foundation for building communities of trust based on the ideas. New models and systems needed that will benefit all of humanity and which will replace the old harvesting models and systems, gradually making them irrelevant. Now, throughout history, lasting change has always occurred when the old models become irrelevant, and never through violence or revolution, which is just the new boss, same as the old boss loop. Until the underlying ideas, models and systems change, nothing changes. And the true rule of law is based on self-responsibility, truth, honour and integrity. And we are looking for THI members, new and existing, to join the law group who are willing to roll up their sleeves and do the work, study the material to the depth required to be the teachers, the way showers, so we can manifest the blueprint. We are ready to run another intro series on the fundamentals of law to help people get started. And please reach out to Roger Isaac via private message or on the main chat if you want to learn more. Now, as soon as they have 5 to 10 people interested in that, they can go ahead and schedule the Zooms. And when we study the spiritual texts, the Eucadia canons and many other articles we have available, it changes us. And having read the material multiple times over the past 4 years, Roger can vouch for that. It changes us at a DNA level, activates information we have stored inside what is known as junk DNA. It's not junk. Words are vibrations and have power. The material helps us see through the lies and raise our frequency to truth vibrations. So if you are passionate about manifesting the true rule of law, please join us. And the law team says we are the blueprint. We are the higher universal men and women. And as guardians of this planet, it is our responsibility to be the living spirit of the law. And the question we must ask is, what do we choose to manifest? We get what we consent to, as free will is a foundational principle of the universe. We must have the humility to accept we've been tricked into consenting to their ideas and their insanity. We must transcend the mind virus of ego that was inserted into us, their image, let go of programs such as the lack of self-worth, and remember who we are. Eternal spirits, each an individual droplet of the divine creator, born perfect, inheriting natural rights of use and ownership of our spirit, mind and body. The rights of use of this planet and all upon it, and the obligations to care for each other, share our resources equally, and ensure there's enough left for future generations. We must walk the walk, intention, willpower and action focused on manifesting our story. This is our time. We have come home. Final piece tonight. As you can see, lots of fantastic stuff going on. A couple of things I'd like to cover before we end this episode 2 is in 2 weeks' time we will be asking 2 countries to unload the blueprint within their countries as much as possible, preferably by email, Twitter or some other platform, with the PDF link in the post and a link to the new blueprint for humanity.org website. That is important. Now, following sending links, please notify Mama Z if you know her on the MeWe, or in the Blueprint MeWe page if you are, and notify people of who you have sent it to, and also if you got any feedback. Now, earlier I said maybe it was Gmail, it's actually mail, so it's bpresearchteam@mail.com. Now, it's important for the tracking of who has been sent it, so we're not all double working and we're all over the place. And the website team and the research team are updating each time we send out a copy or a notification, and then updating any feedback, because that's important. So if you're going to be part of sending it out in your country, please write down who you've sent it to and any feedback, and notify Mama Z at bpresearchteam@mail.com, please. Now 6 more of the books will be going out soon before the next Blueprint show, and they will be going to Tucker Carlson, Ron DeSantis, Marjorie Green, Amazing Polly, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Lauren Boebert. Now 3 PDFs will be going out to Professor Richard Wolff, Crow 777 and Pearl Davis, and hoping they will all be accomplished before the next Blueprint show. Now the more mass sending out of the documents will be forthcoming when the website team are able to sort out the emails coming directly from the website, which then more easily links back to the website to generate more traffic. Now, in relation to Colleen in Alaska not feeling she was responded to correctly, I wish to make an important point on the approach and thinking behind these engagements. You approach it not with an end goal, but only to plant the seed. It's not up to you or us to grow that seed, remember. That is their role, and the collective consciousness will add to it. And of course everyone wants the external proof it is happening, I get that, but it is the internal effect that is the most powerful. The very fact that you've planted the seed is the powerful effect. The rest will eventually take care of itself. And I gave this example this week. Say our team walks up to the White House door and we hand over the blueprint to Biden, and all of it is recorded and videoed, and our group rejoices, right? And then we get invited in, and once in, away from the camera, he throws the blueprint into the trash can and says we don't want that. But the viewers of the video, only taken outside, will still rejoice. But the internal effect was not as positive, or so people will think. And it is all about the purpose and the intent, planting the seeds, and eventually we will have planted so many seeds they will start to grow. The number of references now globally of the word blueprint is proof of the internal impact. The proof of the collapse of their world and institutions is also a marker of change becoming inevitable, and we are positioning ourselves to be at the forefront of that change. I am getting a overwhelming sense of urgency about this whole thing ongoing right now, and urge the authorities to take some time to come and speak to us. Things are starting to escalate, as we will see in next week's show. All the warnings given some time back are converging now, and it's going to get real ugly. Real ugly. As for our members, observe it, don't absorb it. What will unfold over the next 12 to 24 months will be a volume of truth that will increase exponentially, and it can't and won't be stopped. And that will please the alt media as they go high-fiving themselves over being right. We at THI must prepare ourselves for increasing traffic and engagements. The problem the authorities face are: 1, they don't have a plan. 2, they don't understand life or the system. And 3, they don't know how to fix it. but how can you fix it if you don't have a plan? And this will lead to carnage on an unprecedented scale, as the people will all find out that the conspiracy theorists were right all along, and not just about COVID either. Those people will feel stupid, angry, shame and guilt of dismissing loved ones, friends and family members, and will want a scapegoat at best, blood at worst. And at that point things will get real ugly for the frontline people, the police, the politicians and the news media. I would not wish to be in their shoes. But the blueprint is designed to alleviate all of that as each institution collapses, which will never be trusted by the people again or for a long time. Then that is an opportunity to replace them all with something better for and by the people. A chance to put an end to the greed, crime, corruption, scarcity programs and fraud. A chance to give the people at last something to be not only excited about, but something that they would wish to be involved in and with. It will also be the greatest thing for the people is. It would bring them hope. Something not many of us have. But remember, hope is the avenue of the light. This has been the New Blueprint Show. My name's Thomas Williams.